Welcome back to Girl vs. Girl podcast. I'm Melissa.
I'm Kylie, and today we're doing things that would send a pilgrim into a coma. You know, I think the trend is actually called things that would send a Victorian child.
I think so.
Victorian
Yeah. Victorian child
into a coma.
But I feel like a pilgrim's funnier to think about.
I know, we've always just said pilgrim, and I also think we've done this episode before. Or something similar.
Something similar, maybe.
It's okay, we're doing it again.
I think we did things people pretend to like.
No, I think we did this one time at the very beginning.
Oh, well, it's funny. And
just wanted to do... probably like 9 months.
Yeah, we just wanted to do a lighthearted, funny episode.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing. I'm sorry if we've already done this episode. I think we have, but...
We're funnier now.
Yeah, we're more comfortable. We're more comfortable and lazier. So.
I was going to say, more comfortable. You told me to intro it, and I was like a deer in headlights. I was like, line? What do I normally say?
Yeah.
It's because we'll just be sitting here chit-chatting, and then she goes, okay, you want to start it? And I'm like...
No, Melissa will just sit here and talk for hours before. Chris asked me today, he's like, so how long do you think? Because he was going to preheat the oven for dinner. And I'm like, I don't know. He's like, well, usually your episodes are like an hour-ish, right? And I'm like, yeah, but Melissa chats before we start. We chat, but you instigate the big chats.
I also showed up with some tea that needed debriefed.
Yes.
That's not podcast appropriate.
Yeah, so we chatted.
Yeah.
Do you have any life updates?
You
want to share with the pod?
Yeah, I was like, I do have pod appropriate life updates. Let's see. I decorated for fall today. Very, very excited.
What all did you decorate? Give us a quick.
I did. I have about 17,000 pumpkins. Mm-hmm. So I scattered them about, and on top of Booker's little like cube organizer, where I do like his what's it called that we do with the toys?
Oh, like toy rotations?
Yeah, toy rotations. And there's nothing really on the top of it. And so I put like a little black cauldron that I got from Target like a couple years ago in like the dollar section, and like a couple balloons. And then I got at Target.
Balloons?
Oh, sorry, pumpkins.
Okay.
I'm like, same difference.
Balloons, sure.
And then the Target dollar section when we went to like the car seat event had a little black pumpkin that says Boo on it in white.
Cute.
So cute. So I put some stuff on his that I'm sure are ripped to shreds by now. And then I put some like of my like glass pumpkins and like the ceramic pumpkins up on the TV stand, like on the entertainment center.
Cute.
Switched out some hand towels, those orange and white ones that I showed you that I bought from Marshall's. And remember the wreath I said I was going to return? Well, we got the one okay, so basically I bought a wreath that I really love. And I sat in the aisle for like 10 minutes at Marshall's, and I was like, I think we have one. Maybe we don't. And I ended up deciding that we didn't have one in storage. Fast forward, we go to storage today. We do have one. And the one I got is so much cuter. So Jake was like, well, we already have one. And so I told him 17 different reasons of why the old one sucks and I don't like it anymore. And tried to make it sound like... I think I ended it with like, and really, we should just throw it in the trash, honestly, at this point. Because it's
Did you
just...
throw it in the trash?
I don't know. Why do you want it?
Maybe. I have like a it's not pampas grass, but like a wheat wreath.
You would like this one then. I'm going to text him right now not to throw it away. Because I told him to.
Because I have like a wheat wreath that I usually...
Don't throw away our wreath. Kylie might want it.
I have like a wheat wreath that I always use for fall, but it's not very fall. I could almost just like leave it up all year round because it's kind of just like boho-y vibes, you know what I mean?
This one's totally up your alley then.
Okay.
Because it has like white pumpkins on it, like very neutrally.
Okay.
You might actually really like it.
Maybe I'll take it.
It does drop. It has like, it's like twigs almost, and it does drop. But... That's why I like made up a million excuses of why it just didn't work anymore. And I thought, but I think I was on like reason number 15. He was like, oh my gosh, just keep the new one. I don't even care. Like, I don't even care how much it was. Just shut up.
I'll pay you $20 to stop talking.
Yeah. So yeah, decorated for fall. I bought a fall candle, and I haven't bought a candle in probably like 7 years.
Yeah. Because
I just don't like candles. I do the wall smellies. Mm-hmm. And I know they're all going to cause cancer, but everything will. So pick your poison.
A fall candle, a seasonal candle really gives the vibe. And I haven't done candles in a long time or wall smellies because I just am like,
meh.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't really want artificial fragrance in the air. And yeah, literally everything else is going to cause cancer too. But that's just one of the things that I was like, I can do without that. You know what I mean? But this year for fall, I was gonna decorate this weekend, and then I like forgot that I wanted to do that until like midday today, so that didn't happen. But I'm gonna decorate like minimally for fall this year because I feel like Coast is just into everything, so like I'm just not gonna deal with like him ripping stuff down. And B, I feel like my house is always like minorly cluttered. Like, it gets tidied up multiple times a day. At multiple times of the day, it's clean. But it just feels like there's so much, like, stuff all the time. And there's a baby cup here, and there's a toy over here. It's and like, there's another part of the toy there that's supposed to be in the closet. It's, like, so much stuff that I'm like, I don't even want, like, a whole bunch of extra stuff, you know? Like, I have a bunch of pumpkins. And I'm sure I'll put out some, but I'm probably going to only use like 20% of my decor because I'm just like, I don't want to do that. But I feel like a fall candle
would really set the mood.
Like, you walk into your house and it's immediate like scent you smell.
Yeah, no, I like that. I think my two favorite things are, because honestly, here's the other thing about candles. You buy one, it's good for 7 years.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to go through it. You know?
I will.
Oh, I won't. Also, it's like they all kind of smell the same, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, it's not like you're going to have this like amazing new fall scent that you find. Like, realistically. I'm also very, very, very much not a apple spice girly. I hate cinnamon. Loathe it. Anything that's apple spice or cinnamon is Jake's favorite, and it's banned in our house because absolutely not. It will like make me sick to my stomach and give me a migraine. Like, it just is foul to me. I like the pumpkin pie like type stuff. So but my favorite fall decor item that used to be on my desk when I was a secretary is, and I think I found it at Target, it was like $10. It is so cute, and you probably know what I'm talking about. It's this clear glass pumpkin that's probably like this big, and it has like the lid that sits on top of it for candy.
Cute.
And you put the Reese's pumpkins in there.
What's that have to do with? What's that have to do with apple cider apple?
Oh, nothing. I just wanted to point out that I hate that scent.
Oh, you kind of like
I went on a tangent.
No, I think you were talking about the apple whatever cider stuff, and then you were like, but this is my favorite.
Oh, I think I was gonna throw that new candle I bought in there, as that's also my favorite.
Okay, maybe.
Like, my two new favorite fall decor items are like this candle and this like glass like pumpkin candy dish that I've had for like a couple years or whatever. Okay. I love this candle. It is like
it's like
heavenly.
This big.
Dude, it smells so good. It was like $4.
She Snapchats me. She's like, and look at this candle that I got, and it's like
the tiniest,
and
that will last me like 5 years.
Yeah,
promise.
It's good. Don't put it in your storage unit; it'll melt unless your storage unit's temperature controlled.
It isn't, but I actually I had some candles in
the storage. Or maybe just make sure they're sitting upright.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think because I pulled out a candle that was in storage and it was fine.
Okay, make sure it's
But yeah, and so tonight, to mark the start of fall, I'm going to make Jake watch the first episode of Pretty Little Liars with me.
That's fun.
It was a toss-up between Gossip Girl and Pretty Little Liars, because I just finished One Tree Hill.
Yeah, but Pretty Little Liars feels more like almost spooky.
Plus, the first episode of Pretty Little Liars is Labor Day. So it's like they're going into September. Yeah, so it's like it matches the season pretty well. And I feel like Pretty Little Liars is really good about following like an accurate timeline of seasons.
Really?
Yeah, because a lot of it is like fashion. So I feel like that's like a big focus.
I should rewatch Pretty Little Liars.
You know what I actually finally finished? I've watched it like maybe 4 or 5 times, but I've never watched the last season, is Jane the Virgin.
I love Jane the Virgin. I've watched Jane the Virgin all the way through like multiple times.
Well,
so good.
Spoiler alert, I thought that Michael really died, and I was so upset that I just stopped watching. I had no idea, Kylie, until like a couple months ago that he came back.
I don't even remember. I have such a bad memory.
Well, anyway, he comes back.
Yeah. And
he like lost his memory or something like that.
Okay, sorry if you can hear my dog and he's not shutting up. He must be barking at deer.
Is he outside?
Oh. Okay, we're just going to keep going.
Yeah. But yeah, I had no idea that Michael came back. And so I was like watching it, and Jake's like, haven't you never finished this? I'm like, yeah. He goes, I saw TikTok the other day that like Michael comes back. And I'm like, what? So then I watched it through, bawled like a baby. And Jake came home from golfing with his friend Trey. Actually, I think Drake went too. And I was like, Booker was during his nap, and I was watching the last episode, which is so emotional.
Wait, when was this?
Like maybe a month ago.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like literally in my pajamas, like no makeup, hair's a mess, laying down on the couch, like in my like
blanket,
like hood over, like bawling my eyes out in the dark, watching like the last episode of Jane the Virgin. And they walk in and Trey goes, "Hey, what's up?" And I look up at them and they're like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Just let me watch my episode in peace." And they're like, "Okay."
That's funny.
But yeah, so I finished that, and then I finished One Tree Hill because I hadn't seen. Is that Chris? Is that like a random? Yeah. Oh, I was like,
No, they're walking around outside.
Jake and I were watching One Tree Hill, but we hadn't watched like the last 2 seasons, so I just watched the last 2 seasons. And then Jake and I are watching Gilmore Girls together. We're almost done. And I'm going to start watching Pretty Little Liars.
Nice. That sounds like fun.
Yeah. And then, what else? I have a new drink obsession from BlackRock. So, Blackberry Vanilla Fuel.
I'm just laughing at you because I feel like you are grasping at straws. You are so chatty.
I know.
You're just being so chatty.
I know.
And like life update, she's like,
It's because I get going.
What can I?
And then I can't stop, and I go on these tangents.
We've literally...
Like, you know what else I was going to say? That I'm a Hydro Jug girly, not a Stanley girly. Why does that matter? It's because I looked at the drink, and I was like, oh, it's a new drink. And then my brain went, Hydro Jug. And then guess what? It'll keep going. I know,
but we're gonna talk for like 2 hours before we even get to the point of talking.
But we debriefed.
It's okay.
We debriefed drama before we started, so now I'm in the chatty mood.
I feel like you're trying to distract yourself. You're like, my drink, and here's my order, and this is why I like it. And the straws at BlackRock are actually really good, and it's more convenient. And like,
because I'm trying not to think about what we debriefed, so I don't say it. Listen, the drama's not pot appropriate, but it's all I'm thinking about because it's juicy. Sorry, guys.
I exposed you.
Yeah. Okay, you go. I'll shut up.
Well, I'm the opposite. I feel like I don't have anything.
Okay, I'll keep going. I mean, like, my skin's better. I can keep going.
I'm like, what's your problem? You're like, what's yours?
Yeah. I changed the background on my phone. Like, what do you want? I'm dead serious. Look how cute.
I made like I saw that already. I don't feel like that's new.
I've had it for like a week or 2. It's new.
And I'm like, life update? She's like, yeah, 3 months ago, I finished One Tree Hill.
Whatever.
And changed my phone background.
Big stuff, guys. Big stuff.
I know, I literally have no life updates. I'm trying to think of what even has happened this week. What did I do this week?
We took the boys to a fun little museum place.
Yeah. We did that. We went back yesterday. It was fun.
Fun. I feel like
we met my what?
I was gonna say, I feel like you told me something on Snap that was like good.
Oh, about the Pediasure.
Yeah, but I didn't know.
Coast just drank some Pediasure the other day, which we've been kind of trying to get him to drink, but we haven't actually tried that much lately. That's with Coast's feeding journey that I always tease at because I'm like,
one day.
But like,
up to it.
Yeah, and also like, what even is there to say? Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Basically, Coast just had a really hard time starting solids, and it's been just like a whole thing. But he drank some Pediasure the other day, which we tried to get him to start drinking a while ago because he just is not eating solids. And he was like not into it, but yesterday he did really good with it. And that's not like going to be a solve all, obviously, but it's just a good...
Yeah, big win for Coasty.
A good step, and makes me feel like I can have a little bit of breathing room because he's not only nursing. Well, he is only nursing, but that could replace a feeding if it needed to.
Like light at the end of the tunnel type.
Yeah, like a little glimmer of light.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll have to get into that someday. You
don't have to.
Well, I know, but it's not even like as much of a thing anymore. Like I feel like that was like...
I wasn't trying to out you. I was just trying to remember what you said.
No. I
felt like we talked about something that was like, oh, that's so good.
Yeah, no, that is a life update. Which I could get in. I don't care. That's what I'm saying. Like, I almost should just talk about that one day because it's like I feel like when that all started, I was like, well, I'm not going to talk about it because I'm going to wait until we like, not are on the other side, but like know more.
Yeah, I was going to say because you're still in it.
But it's like we're kind of like almost not in it anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it's not as much of a thing as it was.
Like, feeling better about it.
It's just feeling like more like maybe there's not like this big, like, massive problem like what I thought there was, and more just like this is just, I don't even know.
There's like I feel like before it was like there was just so much that was unknown, but I feel like you've explored a lot of things to where it's like maybe you know more.
Yeah,
but it's still
not
like
even like I
you're
know more.
with.
It's just like I feel like
yeah.
It's like I feel like I know more. I don't know.
I get it.
See, and I'm making no sense, and people are like, "What are you even talking about?" It makes sense.
It makes sense because you're a mom and you love your child, and it's something you guys have been struggling with, and you're still in it. Like, it makes sense.
Yeah. But I should talk about it sometime, just because I don't feel like, my point is like, I was like, oh, I'll talk about it like once we're kind of through it. I don't really feel like we're ever going to be through it, because I don't really know that there's anything to go through at this point.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we are through like the really tough part. Like, there was a while that I was like, he's legitimately never going to eat, and like spiraling into like he's going to need a feeding tube and like all this stuff, which was realistically never gonna happen, but like in my brain that's where I was going, and I'm not like going there anymore. I'm like, he's not showing, like, he's showing signs that he's not gonna
like this is
need that.
Like Costy's just not a big eater. Like, he's just not. He's too busy playing.
And maybe there is something else going on, but like I don't think it's like that.
Yeah. No, I got you.
So I feel like I was like, oh well, once we go through whatever we're going through, then I'll like talk about it. But it's like I don't really know that there's
and it sounds
something
like,
to go through at this point. Like, I don't know there's going to be an end to it.
Right. And it sounds like the friends that you kind of talk about are like, oh, yeah, my kid was kind of like that, too.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like there's... But, like, it sounds like it's more common than you'd think.
But people used to say that, and, like, literally up until, like, probably 6 weeks ago, I was like, no, but it's different. Like, no, but you don't know, Coast. Like, he's not swallowing anything. Like, he wouldn't even swallow water.
Yeah.
Like, I'd give him water, he'd take it out of the straw, he'd spit it. It wasn't even like he'd spit it out. He just couldn't, like, swallow it. But in these last, like, 6 weeks, he has all of a sudden, like, he'll drink water. He drank all that Pediasure yesterday. Like, he is swallowing stuff. And now it feels like more like when someone says, oh, my kid went through that too. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, maybe that is kind of how Coast is.
Yeah.
But 6 weeks ago, it didn't feel like that. It felt like, yeah, but that sounds different. You know what? Do you get what I'm saying? Yes. Now it feels like, okay, yeah, this does feel like a hard, maybe like not common thing, but it doesn't feel like that extreme, where even 6 weeks ago it did feel like really extreme.
No, that makes sense.
Any sense.
Yeah, it does.
I just feel like he's made progress in the last 6 weeks to make me feel better.
Yeah. And I feel like you probably feel like you're not so much in the thick of it anymore.
Yeah, which we stopped doing the feeding therapy, which that I probably won't get into. We did feeding therapy, and then we just recently stopped for a bunch of reasons. But I don't think that was mentally good for me.
No.
I think that mentally was like really spiraling me down. Especially like a bad.
It didn't seem like it was.
It wasn't helping anything.
Yeah.
We probably stopped going like about 6 weeks ago. And then all of a sudden stuff started getting better. Yeah.
Convenient.
Yeah. Anyways, I feel like that's all in my life. Yeah, we went to the Children's Museum yesterday too. We met my brother's kitty yesterday, little kitten.
Oh, he got a cat? Cute.
Little tiny cat. It made Coast look so big.
That's
because it's
so
just
cute.
Like this tiny cat, and Coast is like huge. You know what I mean? I'm like, really, you need to be careful with this kitten, Coast. So cute.
How'd he do with it?
Good, yeah.
Because he has Indy, who's completely durable.
Yeah.
But like having something that like, I think kids can sense that they're...
But I think Coast was kind of like nervous around it too, which he's kind of like that with other dogs too. Like, he's not scared around Indy like literally at all. Will like jump on Indy. But yeah, I think he was kind of like a little bit shy, and the cat was a little bit shy. It was cute.
Aww.
Very cute cat.
You gonna get a cat?
No. Actually, sometimes I think I'd like a cat for like an outdoor cat to like
for vermin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say sorry guys, I hate cats.
I don't hate cats. I would like
your cat doesn't like you. Your cat's plotting your death at night.
I would maybe get a cat someday, but not. I don't have like a desire to get a cat. Yeah. I'm just saying like maybe one day I'd get one.
You know what I do enjoy?
What?
When cats fight. I don't know. Like, not that I want them to get hurt, but it's like the most amusing thing to watch.
Melissa
for some
actually
reason.
Secretly hosts like black market cat fights.
Have you ever heard of Bert Kreischer, the comedian?
Yeah.
He's like the big fat guy who tells like the mob story. Jake and I were obsessed with him in college, and we'd watch his shows. And one time he's like, my wife brought home this like deranged cat from the pound with my daughters. And he's like, I woke up at 3 a.m. and I go down in the living room. And he's like, it's like this cat said, hey, went outside and stuck his head out the back door and said, hey, there's a new motherfucker in town. And if you want to fight me, meet me in my living room at 3 a.m.
Because everything was just destroyed.
Yeah, and there was like a bunch of cats in his living room that came in through the cat door and like through the backyard. And they were like fighting his cat in the living room. And he was like, what the frick?
That's
like,
funny. That's insane.
Anyway, I hate cats.
I don't hate cats, but I'm not trying to have a cat. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
Should we
Anything
get into
else
it?
or should we get into it?
No, let's get... I think we're good.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I have more material.
Okay.
Jake said he saved your wreath.
Okay, cool.
Okay, do you want me to go first?
Yes, yeah, Melissa has way more than me. I only have 4. Melissa has way more than that.
Mine are like PG-13. I do have a list of X-rated ones that I will not say.
Okay.
But I just want everyone to know that I'm
There's
funny.
more.
There's more. And they're funnier, but I won't say them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Things...
And if you want to like loop 2 of them together or whatever.
Okay.
You know how we do.
Things that I think would send a pilgrim into a coma. A vibrator.
That's pretty rated R.
Me, I'm like, it's PG-13. I feel like we've been down this road before. Me saying it's PG-13 and it's actually not.
Okay, well, mine are family friendly.
I figured they would be.
My first one, I don't even know what you call them, but when you go to airports in general, but no, when you go to an airport and there's like escalators, but just on the floor.
That just like move faster.
Yeah, it's like just for when you need to walk a little bit faster.
I hate when people like fast walk on those.
Oh, that's
I'm
me.
like, relax.
Melissa's the one that's like standing right in the middle with like her bag strewn out, just standing there, and everyone's like, "Can you move?"
And my flight's in 20 minutes. And I haven't gone security yet.
Yeah. Literally.
No, that's me.
That's one of my first memories of you. Is you guys were like going to Vegas, and Melissa's like, I think it was your mom. You're like, my mom's trying to get to the airport like so early, and we don't need to be there until like 30 minutes before the flight. And I was like, you need to get there before more than 30 minutes before your flight.
One time when we were flying home from Vegas, our flight was boarding in 15 minutes, and I went outside of security to get
that's
Starbucks. And then I cut the whole line.
We are not the same.
I was like, can I go back through, please? And they were like, what? And I just was like weaving through the lines, like pissing everybody off. And then I get through the security and he's like, you can't have your drink.
That's like the people that's like the people that show up to work and they're like, sorry, I there was traffic, and they have a drink.
Yeah. They're like, no, that was me in high school. I'd be like, sorry, I just didn't want to come.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Things that I think would send a pilgrim into a coma. Pornhub.
Melissa, these are totally rated R. What are you doing?
I read you my rated X list, did I not?
Yeah, but
these are much...
You called those rated R and you called these PG-13.
Correction, I called them rated X.
No,
they were pretty racy. These ones are pretty...
Rewind the tape. No, you didn't.
These ones aren't as bad compared to my X-rated list.
These are just as bad, but in a different way.
I'm like, can I say the other ones?
These are just as bad, just not political.
Guys, they're really
These
funny.
Might be worse, but they're just not political.
Pay $5.
Why?
Why does this always break? What is wrong with my microphone?
I don't know why yours
it
does that.
It like smacks me in the boob.
I know. I don't know why yours does that. Okay,
it's telling
my
me
next
to shut
one.
up.
I can't get comfortable.
I know.
Like you. Okay.
What is happening?
You need to do a couple at a time because I'm already halfway through. My next one is the Super Size Me documentary.
That would send me into a coma.
That would send anyone into a coma.
Yeah. That was so bad.
That's insane.
Okay. I'll loop these two together.
Okay.
Things I think would send a pilgrim into a coma. A boob job.
Melissa, where's your mind?
And a labiaplasty.
A labiaplasty.
A mommy makeover.
These are so bad. Do another one.
Okay. Things I think would send a pilgrim into a coma. Lil Nas X.
That's a good one. I was going to say Jojo Siwa.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Okay, this goes with that.
Okay,
Literally,
okay.
I'm over halfway done.
I really got into it.
Rattle them off, yeah. My next one is the Eras Tour.
With the friendship bracelets.
Everyone's like dressing up like it's Halloween.
Grown men with friendship bracelets.
Like, what era are you?
What era are the Pilgrims?
I don't know.
Okay.
Don't ask me that kind of question.
Okay, I'll put these two together.
Okay.
Things I think would send a pilgrim into a coma: Tinder and Viagra.
I was gonna put like a laxative. I love that one. Except they probably had laxatives.
A version of it.
Like a natural laxative.
Who needs a laxative when you have IBS?
Yeah. Literally.
Constipated? Who?
Yeah. Okay. My last one. Which are 2 seconds later. My last one is bachelorette weekends.
Oh my gosh. With penis suckers.
Not just like not even like the bachelorette of it all, just the girls like go full on like, let's spend thousands of dollars for
a different outfit theme every night.
Yeah. For a weekend to get married.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Okay. Things I think would send a pilgrim into a coma. Thank you. Women's rights. And drag queens. Which I gotta give some credit to was it Chris or was it you that said that?
I think I said drag queens. I'm like I think I said a drag show.
Yeah. Okay, and then my last one is something that would send a pilgrim into a coma is a bidet.
A bidet. Have you ever used a bidet?
Yeah, they're wonderful. Feels a little weird at first.
Yeah. Do you feel like wet after though?
Yeah, you gotta like dry yourself off
with toilet paper.
But it feels cleaner.
Yeah.
Feels much cleaner.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
It's like, you know the little what's
Perry bottle.
Perry bottle. Mm-hmm.
Did you use a Perry bottle when you were postpartum?
Trigger warning. I used a Perry bottle when I had raging hemorrhoids when I was pregnant.
Okay, that makes sense. Did you use one postpartum though?
No.
I would sometimes use a Perry bottle. Well, I would always use a Perry bottle when I was postpartum, but you have to get like the water temperature just right.
Yeah.
Because if it's cold, you don't want to use a cold. Like that's not nice. But sometimes I'd make it like too hot. Not even like too hot where it's like if you touched it with your finger it would burn, but like for down there, like spraying it on a sensitive area, it would be like too hot, and then it'd be like, okay.
Isn't it because like peeing like burns because you just pushed a baby out of your cooch?
Yeah,
because I think that's why I didn't use one.
I think so, but I didn't really like. I feel like I'm trying to remember. I feel like when I would pee after I gave birth, like it burned maybe for like literally a day. Like I don't really remember that being much of a thing, but I just use it because I just felt like really disgusting down there for like a long time.
That makes sense though.
Like probably
what happened?
4 months or something. I felt like I just needed to. I bled for like a long time too, like just a little bit of blood. Mm-hmm. But I probably didn't like need to use it for as long as I did, but like I'm in the habit of using it kind of thing, you know what I mean? I love doing that. Yeah, you feel much cleaner.
I
bring that puppy back out.
Yeah, why Europe does it.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like, where was I? Gosh, I do not remember where I was. Probably somewhere with my Nana, because she does hippy dippy stuff. Sometimes you gotta have like the water pressure right though, because if it's too much, you're like, okay.
That's kind of what I mean with like the hot water. If it's too hot, it's like a little bit jarring.
But
okay, well we rattled those off fast.
I know, they were funny though.
We could have done more life updates. God, Melissa, yours were so rated R.
Sorry.
Have I updated on my hair? I think I have, right? I think I had it shorter last week. I'm like, let me think of some more life updates. What time is it?
6.
Oh, nice. Cool.
What time did I get here? Like 4:40?
I don't know. We started chatting back here, not on the podcast, at an hour at 4:50.
Oh, okay. So we probably have like a good 45-minute episode.
Yeah.
Well, we better not start anything new.
Yeah, I'm like, do you want to rattle on more? Because I feel like now we have time. I thought that was going to take longer.
I know. I'll keep talking because I don't have an off button.
I wish I would have pulled my fall stuff down.
I know. And you have that really cute blanket and pillow in the spare bedroom that I keep seeing.
I know. I could like put that out. I just haven't. I wanted to wait.
I feel like I should get a blanket. I feel like that's what I'm missing. But every time I go somewhere and I look for a blanket, I'm like, these suck.
I got mine from Home Goods. But
yeah, maybe I just
no. I got it from Marshall's, but Home Goods did not have
good ones.
Yeah.
I feel like it's so hard to find a good blanket because it's like, I don't want it to like scream fall, but it's like, also I need it to like whisper fall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't want it to just like look like a neutral, like
yeah,
burnt orange
and they're so
either.
themey too. It's like, can the theme be fall? Like,
oh my god.
And then Jake's like, you should do something cute, like put ghost pillows, and because we have a kid. And I'm like, no.
That's like Halloween.
Yeah, and we don't really do. Oh, I guess we could talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about Halloween.
Yeah, and then have you finished Secret Lives of Mormon Wives?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I didn't think it was that crazy.
I think honestly, they left out so.
Everyone was
much.
like going on and on and on online about how insane that was, and I was like, "Have you guys seen reality TV?" Because I feel like it was kind of like.
You also watch Love Island, which I feel like is
Love
very
Island
drama.
is more. Yeah, maybe that's why.
I feel
like it was like drama, but like I thought it was good. Yeah, I wouldn't say anything bad about it.
If you followed everything that happened from the very beginning with like Taylor and the twins on TikTok, then that was not like a thrilling expose by any means. They left out so much.
Well, this is embarrassing. Kylie here to report that our audio cut out randomly after 30 minutes of recording. So I'm so sorry, but this is the end of this week's episode apparently. And we will see you guys back next week with a full episode. Bye!